Yeah. All right, and we're live.
Let's just skip that really slow, painful
It was
intro.
on 54 seconds for like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
It would have taken like 5 minutes to get through that video.
Are you guys hearing us okay? Seeing us okay? Is it still a bit glitchy? Let us know in the comments. We just decided to stop the intro because it's the worst thing when you're trying to listen to a song and it just keeps stopping and starting and stopping and starting. So
yeah,
we saved that pain point for you guys.
Well, hello and welcome
Hello.
to the Essetino Weekly Mastermind episode number 135.
Yes, welcome everybody to another Thursday live stream. Happy to be here. Happy to be here. Wow. Been a long week, guys. So for those of you who are new here, welcome. My name is Orit. This is Jewel. We're founders of Essetino Artists, where we help you create.
Whoa, you just said Essetino Artists.
Media.
What?
Where we help you create profitable content. And we host these live streams every single week to be a resource for you, to hang out with you, to have fun with you, to laugh and make mistakes.
Yes.
And it's just all part of the journey. So we like to start off these sessions, as some of you know, asking how your week has gone. Share your wins with us in particular. What went right? What were you excited? Yeah, what was positive in this past week? We'd love to hear about it.
So we'll put that one up there on the screen. How was your week? Share a win as we say hello to some people.
Mm-hmm.
And no worries, Lisa. Thanks for dropping by and letting us know. Have a good weekend. We've got Liat in the house. Hey, Liat, how's it going?
Hi, Liat.
Whoa, look at all those hearts there.
I know, so many hearts. And Lisa, yes, we'll see you next week. Have a good evening.
Mm-hmm. All right, we've got Timothy's in the house. Hey, Timothy, how's it going?
Hello, Timothy.
Braden's in the house. Hey, Braden.
Hello, Braden. Hello, Roland. Felix, hello.
We've got Roland.
Super slow intro, yes.
It's even hard to like click on the comments and stuff.
It's super laggy on our end, yes. We have Phil in the house. Hi, Phil.
How's it going? All right, so let's share some wins for the week.
Oh man, I just got off a really great call with a client. So this call was it started off as someone who was interested in getting their website designed, and then just from that first discovery call, we realized that there's just so much that needs to be talked about first before building a new site. Particularly, she has a lot of different products that she's offering over the years. She's just, it's been like, I don't know, just under 20 different offers. And I was really encouraging her to simplify her offers so that we can really make sure that the offers, first of all, that are put out in the market are the ones that people actually need and they are selling appropriately, right? The market, there's demand for it. So I just got off a call with her. It was an entire strategy session around building a clear, solidified product list for her website. And it was just so rewarding. And because I particularly love working with the clients that are just, you can just see the passion in the work that they do, and it just oozes out of them. And that's something that when you really care about your business and what you're working on, that is just so inspiring to me, and I just want to help you even more. So yeah, it was a really great strategy call. That was a huge win for today.
Mm-hmm. It's really rewarding when you work with someone one-on-one, a client.
Mm-hmm.
Like just the other day, we had a YouTube strategy session, and I was like so into it. Like I was really excited for the client to be doing more videos, new videos. And when they get excited, I get excited. When they actually care, I often care more than the client, and I want the success more than them. And I can see it when they can't see it. And, you know, that call really got me energized. So I'm excited to, I've already started working on that. It's a very big client. They've been with us for a while. And yeah, I always love working with them. There are certain clients that you really connect with and that you really want to grow with. So yeah, that was a win for the week. Actually, let's hit up some comments first, and then we'll hit up another win for the week. Also, announcement for next week.
Yeah, I'm trying to see who that Facebook.
I think that's Monica.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, we've got Tracy in the house.
Hi, Tracy.
Goth evening, everyone.
Nice to see you here, Tracy.
And I'm thinking that's Monica.
Yes, is it Monica? Hello.
And we are always on YouTube.
Yes, we are streaming on YouTube as well.
They said we're not on YouTube, but we're on YouTube. We definitely are, and they can see that now. Okay,
I've been getting good engagement and views on both channels, which is always great. I picked up the audiobook Business Made Simple and listened to a lot of it today while I painted the laundry room. Very cool.
Nice. How are you liking it?
Yeah.
I like it. I mean, we're doing the audio video thing with the bite size. So I really look forward to it at the beginning of the day.
Yeah, because it's broken down into like day 1, day 2, day 3 little bite-sized tips. So it's really easy to digest for anyone who's looking for just a book to kind of up their skills in business in general.
Mm-hmm. Win for Braden is seeing Stephen Page play last night. Cool. He was one of the lead singers for the Bare Naked Ladies. He's touring from Odds with the lead from Odds, a 90s Vancouver band.
Wow.
I haven't heard of them.
Very cool. I didn't know he did like a solo act. That's cool. That actually ties into the announcement. You want to just say it right now?
Yeah. So next week we won't be able to do the live stream because we are going to be in Montreal, also attending a concert from a band artist of nostalgia. So she's still around, and she's not
that old.
She's not that. Well, I mean, like I started listening to her in year 2000.
2000s.
That's 23 years ago. Most people don't even have careers that long.
Yeah.
She hasn't.
She's more underground. I would say. Yeah. So the band is Evanescence. Some of you guys know I'm already like a huge fan. I think there was a vlog on this channel from when we went to one of her concerts in Ontario.
Oh my God.
And I was just floored after my reaction after that concert. So a fun trip to Montreal. Also going to see a friend there who we haven't seen in a very long time. So that's so next week, next Thursday, there will be no live stream. It will be actually in the air during that time.
Mm-hmm. The friend that I'm seeing, it's funny because it's like she's a family friend, but she was also my boss at one point at McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
So I worked, she was my boss, and she was like one of the managers. There's several tiers of managers at McDonald's. There's like the head manager, then there's like assistant managers, then there's what's called swing managers, and they're all in like different tiers and stuff. And then there's like team leads and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And she was a swing manager. And I remember like, because we're kind of like related. And so she'd be like, "Oh, Jewel, take out the garbage." And I was like, "I don't want to take out the garbage.
She's bossing you around.
Can you get someone else to do that?"
Nice.
Yeah, but it'll be cool to see her as well, because she ended up doing an online business as well. So she ended up quitting McDonald's. Actually, we worked at McDonald's and Starbucks together, which is really interesting.
Remember? And then she was my nail artist for when I was on tour. We have different stories. So we're excited to see her too.
You'll see. If you follow me on social media, you'll see pictures. Okay, so we're going to Montreal. So next week's live stream is going to be postponed, and we'll be back the week after that.
Yes.
But if you're following me on social media, I will be doing stories, video clips, and pictures.
Okay. All right. So
win for Felix.
getting a new sale from my online course.
Nice.
Awesome. Always exciting to see another course sale come through.
Where and how did that course sale come through?
That's awesome, Felix.
Okay. Roland's really enjoying the Business Made Simple book, which is this book right here, which we're actually going to continue to talk about because we're learning so much about. And, we only share stuff that we feel is valid, that we think that you guys should learn as well, that we think would be of value. So we're going to be continuing with that.
Yeah. Today is going to be, we're going to share a metaphor from this book that will be just helpful to understand.
Felix knows Evanescence.
Oh, of course. Yeah, she's not like that. Bring Me to Life was a huge, huge success. But then like after the early 2000s, her stuff's more, she's still releasing new albums. It's just more underground. It's not like top 40 stuff.
Yeah.
And she's touring with Muse. Yeah. Which I'm also very excited about. So it's going to be a good show.
All right. Yeah. Braden says that's going to be a wicked show. Bring Me Back to Life. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys
crazy cool songs. Okay. Timothy did a painting of Amy.
I want to see this. Timothy, can you send me a link to this? I would really love to see that. That would be amazing.
Tracy said she's been listening to The Secret audiobook, read it about 20 years ago. So when you first read it 20 years ago and now you're listening to it, is it different for you? Is it hitting different? Are you noticing that you are a different person than when you first listened to it? Because when I first read that book and then when I reread it after, I'm like, I'm totally different.
Yeah.
Because it was like so new for me. I was like, had no idea what it was. So it's interesting to see the differences when you read a book then and now.
Yeah. It's a different experience. Okay, cool. That is the usual journey. At least for us, that's how we make our course sales too. That's cool. I didn't know you also had that set up on your channel, Felix.
Yeah, so Felix says, I think the usual journey is YouTube, landing page, and then course sale, which is basically like a funnel. It's a funnel.
It's a funnel.
It's a YouTube funnel.
And that is the funnel that we teach in the Profitable Channel course, that a lot of people don't think of YouTube as being, a part of your funnel, but it's the top of the funnel, right? It's where people discover you, and your videos are out there already creating trust and connecting with people. So they're already being pre-sold before they make that purchase with you. Very cool.
Felix is listening to The Secret or Tony Robbins is pure inspiration all the time.
Yeah.
Yes, Tony Robbins for sure can get you motivated. I'm listening to a book called The Wealthy Way by Ryan Pineda. I just finished, what was my other one?
I wanted to go back and reread Awaken the Giant Within. I have that book in my library, and it was like a huge impact. I think I read it, I would say 2012 or something like that, a while ago. So it'd be good to read that again.
Yeah, it'll probably be hit different now.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So let's get to the comments here. All right, we caught up, and
let's get into
the lesson.
Our topic.
Oh, wait, before we go,
running a business is like an airplane. I'm just looking at the title.
Yeah. Quick side note.
Plane emojis.
Those plane emojis were really simple. They, when you go through all the emojis, and I was like not pleased with those ones for airplanes, right? Like that's the common one.
Because they didn't have colors on them?
They did have one, but then it looked like just like a bunch of I don't know, it was like a plane with clouds, and it just didn't look good. I feel like someone needs to design those ones better.
I'm being really critical over these airplane emojis.
But quick side note here, I'm wearing this hoodie, Grouse Mountain, BC, and it has meaning, and it has a really cool story behind it, because I had to buy this sweater because I was climbing the Grouse Mountain. So it's a hike that you do, and it's almost a 3 kilometer around there, 3 kilometer. And 3 kilometers might not seem that far of a distance when you're walking on flat ground, but the Grouse Mountain is basically like going vertically up a mountain.
Mm-hmm.
And you are at some points essentially climbing a mountain because you get to the top and people take the cable car and everything like that to go to the top of this Grouse Mountain. People ski up there, so it's like a legit actual mountain. And a couple years ago, we were doing it's called the Grouse Grind. The hike is called the Grouse Grind. And it's definitely rated difficult. It's hard. I've done it so many times and it's never been easy. And one time when we were doing it and I got to the top, and the weather changes so frequently on the mountain. Like you could be down and it's like hot and it's summer, and then you get to the top and it's like freezing and windy and it's like raining or something. And so when I got to the top one time, I was so cold. I was really freezing, and you want to bring as least as possible when you're doing the Grouse Grind. I literally just bring like my phone, the keys, and a water, and that's it. And I didn't want to put like a hoodie on or anything like that. So I remember being just so freezing cold that I just like went right into the gift shop and I just found this hoodie, and I thought it would be, signify climbing the mountain, So I'm always reminded whenever I put this hoodie on that I climbed the mountain.
It's a token. It's symbolic.
Yeah.
Of the journey.
Yeah. So that was the prize.
The hoodie was the prize. Nice.
Yeah. Warmth was the prize.
Climbing that mountain is a huge prize in itself.
Shout out to Timothy before
Timothy.
We get into the lesson. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Appreciate it always.
Of course.
And we'll deliver you a lesson.
Thank you for your support, Timothy. And yes, Cheeks, we've heard you are in a sunny location.
Hope you're having fun.
Yeah, that's awesome.
All right.
I want to see some photos, Cheeks.
Yes, send some photos. And a quick one here, a win from Lisa. Your sister got a new puppy. Cool. That's amazing.
Oh, that's
Congrats.
Awesome.
That's really fun.
Very cool. That must feel like your puppy too, which is a huge win. Okay, so let's get into the show. Do you want to bring out your board? Okay, so basically, again, this is from Business Made Simple, and it's a metaphor. It's a metaphor for building a business that has lift, that can grow. And there are specific components of a business that helps it grow, that gives it that lift that it needs to keep going and going and going. So it was really cool to hear this metaphor from Donald Miller, and just because of the way the different components work together. And the metaphor is
basically
airplane.
He says, and I actually haven't heard of this before. It's crazy. You learn so much stuff and you still don't know, like you still haven't heard all the metaphors and all the sayings. But Donald Miller.
I feel like, sorry. We love the board.
I know.
We do too.
Basically, Donald Miller says a business is like an airplane. So check this out here. I made this diagram. I didn't draw this. I printed this out. This is a printout here from the Shack printer. And we've got a plane. And so he goes to say that a business is like an airplane. And initially I was intrigued and I was like, what? I'm sure that, it's going to be a cool metaphor and stuff. But when he really, really started explaining each thing, it really started to make sense, and it really does relate to a plane. And when he explains, for example, this end piece here, the tail is capital and cash flow, right? The wings are services and products. These parts here I had to draw in because they didn't have them on flat icon for the images, but these little pieces on the wings are engines, and that's sales and marketing. And that's the front part is the overhead. So, Reed, if you want to explain how
It's,
it all works.
yeah, so it's not actually just the front part, it's the whole
Yeah,
body.
sorry.
So the whole body of the plane is symbolic of the overhead in business, which is basically the expenses that you need to run your business, and not directly related to, you know, a sale. So for example, like if you're renting an office, or, you know, you're hiring labor, or
Your
business
tools, softwares,
like business trips, like to go for coffee or meetings or anything like that, right? All of that stuff is overhead, and it's needed to carry the business forward. It's the container in which all of the people included within the business can live in and move forward together. It needs to carry the team, right? And then that team can just be you, or it could be other people as well if you actually do have a team. So everything attached to the body of the airplane needs to basically help support this middle piece. If you have a super heavy body of the airplane, you have a lot of expenses, a lot of overhead, then the plane's going to be heavy, right? It's going to be difficult to get lift. It's going to be difficult to grow. Now, looking at these two wings, there's two wings that's able to lift this plane. One is products, one is products and one is services. So this is what you sell, right? Essentially, it's what you sell. This is like, it's part of the body of the airplane. And it's basically your offer and your value in the market.
And without the wings, you don't get lift, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so you know, you need to have good products, and you need to have products and services. A lot of people, that's why we're always encouraging you guys to create products and services. And I don't care what your YouTube channel is on, you can create products and services related to your channel. And you know, the engines, right, of each wing has an engine.
It's going to propel it forward.
Sales and marketing. And if you're not doing any marketing and you're not doing any sales, you're not doing marketing, you're not getting sales.
Now this is interesting. A plane can fly with just one engine. So in the book, Donald Miller says specifically, like, if it's got to be one engine, your marketing, he said marketing would be, you know, the one to prioritize. You need both in order to get that momentum. But, you know,
you can still make sales you can still make sales on marketing, but if you're just doing sales without the marketing, then it's like more difficult.
It could be a little bit more short-lived. This is what's going to sustain the flight, so to speak, right? And then essentially what's propelling this whole thing is having capital and cash flow to run this entire business, this entire plane here.
And he goes on to say that, you know, with an actual plane, everything needs to be precisely
in proportion.
Calculated to make this plane fly, right? Yeah. And so if this part's too heavy, you ain't flying, you're not getting off the ground. You don't have engines, it's not flying, you're not getting off the ground.
And actually, what I referenced earlier in the call, remember I said I was working with someone who they have the infrastructure and everything, but they just had way too many products, not enough sales, not enough marketing, any of that. This wing of her airplane
is huge,
was super heavy, super huge, right? And so it's hard to get lift, it's hard to get momentum. Same for, you know, the other side. Like if you're spending, you know, if you're spending way too, like on sales, for example, actually, no, that would work. How does that, do you know what he says about for sales? Like if that engine doesn't run, right? If that, and not the fact that it's too heavy, but if that engine's not running, that's not gonna, you know, that's gonna affect your lift. It's gonna affect your momentum. Same with the marketing.
The products and services are pretty much the same. They're both products. It's just one is like time and one is
exactly
like physical or digital.
Yeah. So it was just really cool. It was really interesting to hear that metaphor with the airplane and with business and helping business growth. And it was something that I've never heard before explained in that way.
I've obviously heard of all these concepts before, and all the people that I listen to, they constantly talk about how you need to get good at marketing, you need to get good at sales, and that's why in 2021 and 2022 we really dove into learning funnels, marketing, sales, landing pages, all that kind of stuff. And it definitely has helped. But Donald Miller is just coming up with gold every time we get a new little chapter. It's like he's saying things that I've heard before, but in a different way I haven't heard before. And in a way simpler way. It's really crazy.
And this is why a lot of businesses fail right here. He says the biggest reason is the body of the airplane is way too heavy. The overhead is way too high, and not enough cash flow. And so the plane goes down, right? So it's good to see these categories like this in this way and almost be able to diagnose how your business is going to go if one wing is too heavy, or if you don't have one engine working, or if this is too heavy. So we wanted to share that with you. And what do you guys think about this? Is it helpful? Does it make you see something differently, or have you ever heard of this before? Share it with us in the comments.
And I will say, this book right here, sometimes, he's talking about things that, like in a company and employees and stuff, and you might not have a company or employees, but that's fine. I mean, we don't have like a crazy amount of people going on, and we don't have a full-on company or anything.
No, but he also speaks to business owners. He speaks to working professionals.
Yeah.
So whether you're an employee, a company executive, or a business owner, an entrepreneur, all of this stuff applies to you.
Mm-hmm. Felix is saying, I wanted to say that airplane looked suspiciously well drawn. Yeah, I know. It's just a printout from flaticon.com.
I could have drawn that.
I was going to draw it, and I was like, oh, it would probably not look good. That is a great diagram on the board that we love. Yeah. I've mentioned this before. This board has gone through a lot. Like I bought this board when I was starting business.
Well, I wonder what was the very first thing.
It was probably writing out like daily,
a weekly plan or something.
Yeah, but it didn't work because like if you left, like this was in my bedroom at my parents' house, and it was like
portable.
I would leave, and then phones weren't that good because it was 2010, so I did not have an iPhone until like way later.
Yeah.
And it was like you didn't really take pictures on your phone in 2010, or if you did, it was like pixelated. It wasn't a thing yet.
Yeah. I remember going back through some of my old, like one of my old phones. It was a Nokia. It wasn't a flip phone, but it was a Nokia peanut phone is all I could say. It looked like a peanut. Seriously, it did. It was shaped like that.
Was it one of those horizontal phones?
No, it wasn't. It was vertical. And then, yes, the photos. I don't understand why I even took photos. Just when you compare it to what photos we can take nowadays, it's like blurry, black and white, pixelated, like. And I don't know why it was black and white, because
they didn't have color.
But it was just it was funny going through that.
But yeah, that's funny how I'm teaching now on this board that I got from IKEA from so long ago. All right, we've got my 3D studio in the house. How's it going? Where are you watching from?
Hello, welcome.
And then
doing great. If you only have one engine, you will fly, but only in circles. 2 engines, you will fly to different destinations. I love that.
Interesting.
Yes, exactly. 2 engines will take you from point A to point B and not around and around, right? Chasing your tail.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one.
Okay, I'm digging this.
Nice.
I did not. Yeah, everyone thinks I drew. No, it's just a piece of paper. I mean, I printed it. I printed it from flaticon.com.
Yeah, we cannot take credit for this airplane. I love the plane metaphor. There are times when I need to shift which engine to power up more. Yeah, absolutely. And that kind of naturally happens as, you know, your work as a solopreneur and you were wearing so many different hats. It's like, it's hard to do all of these things all at once, like create products and services and sales and marketing, right? So it's almost, we tend to work
You have
in
to do them
seasons.
when create your product.
Yeah.
Right? Product and or services.
Yeah.
Get those pages set up that you can actually collect money. It is amazing, you know, how people first don't know what a funnel is, and then they have like a page that is trying to sell something, but then it's like you can't even find the button to purchase, or it's not connected, or it's like some really old school way of purchasing.
Yeah, you need your infrastructure, like you need the bare bones, you need the minimum to have a product or a service to sell and to accept money in exchange, essentially.
Yeah. And then Roland is saying it can also relate to family, marriage, and relationships. Yeah, this is like a whole thing. Yeah, you can do this for everything. And it's a really cool, Donald Miller is a really cool, relatable person. He doesn't have like a crazy way of explaining things. The book title is true to its word. Business Made Simple is for real.
Yeah. Roland says, I'm referring to the book. Yeah, there's certain things in there. Just because he has a section on productivity, and then he has a section on character values, and, you know, all of these different things that can really help in other areas of your life. Absolutely. So
you're going to show your cell phone?
Yeah. So this is the phone I was talking about. It looks like a peanut phone, right? It's shaped like a peanut. So that's what I was talking about.
Yes, that was your cell phone. I think I had a BlackBerry.
Yeah.
I was obsessed with the BlackBerry.
Yeah. So glad you guys enjoyed that. Yeah, again, we're just sharing bits and pieces of this book with you, but honestly, it's a great read if you're interested in this kind of stuff. Or listen.
I would recommend, what would you recommend, the audiobook or the?
Well, it depends how you like to digest and learn, right? I like reading the book. But you know what? With the book, you can, so he puts links in the book to other resources. And one of the resources is you get access to daily videos. And you, with every single tip, or, you know, because it's like day 1, day 2, day 3, you can also go and watch a video associated with it. So every day I read the excerpt for that day, and then I go watch the video. And then it's about, like, the videos anywhere between 4 to 10 minutes, but rarely 10 minutes. It's usually like around 5 minutes. And yeah, it's been like to digest in both that ways, reading and audio, video.
Yeah, it's like a lesson for the day, and you just like end up marinating on that lesson, depending, you know, I choose to watch the video in the morning so that I can start, you know, thinking about it and applying it throughout the day. And it's cool to just focus on one lesson, because, you know, sometimes when you read a book and then you just read a bunch and then you're like, what did I just read? And then you can't remember it all, or you have to reread it again. So far I'm really, and I know he's very purposeful with the way he does that. So yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. And Timothy says, I remember that one. Liat says, I remember the peanut phones. Yes. I was working for Nextel at that time. Cool.
Crazy.
Awesome, guys. So yeah, we're actually going to cut it short this evening. We'll wrap it up here. Thank you so much for tuning in this evening. And remember, next week we won't be here. We'll be in the air, on flight.
Yeah, like actually
on theme here, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, that's funny. I was just thinking that when I was explaining. Yeah. I'm like, oh, I'm going on a flight and I'm talking about like a plane metaphor.
Yes. So stay tuned to our social channels, and also we'll post something in the YouTube community as well, a Montreal photo for you. Thank you so much to Timothy for your donation. We really appreciate you, and everyone this evening who's hanging out with us, who's watching the live stream, and also if you're watching it after the fact, thank you very much. I made my priority list Sunday night. Haven't done another list, but honestly, I've been getting lots done, right?
Nice. That's really good. It's a very good habit to have, to create. But yeah, I would continue that, Roland.
And Timothy says, just really quickly before we wrap it up, I wanted to mention that I repurposed a 2-year video. Wow, 2-year video to make a 1-minute video. It got a lot of traction on several social media platforms.
Oh, nice.
Oh, there's so much gold in our older content. It's so true. You know, if you're ever stuck on something to create, or you just want to put something extra out there, like in a short video or something, yeah, that's a great idea. Just go back to your old stuff, even like your older stuff that did well. Just repurpose it. Thanks for sharing that, Timothy.
Have a wonderful time in Montreal.
Yes, thank you.
Enjoy the concert. Yes, thank you. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
Episode number 136.
Bye for now. Have a good evening, everyone.
Bye, everybody.